Where are you going after Halloween?
Sorry?
Where are you going after Halloween?
Have you seen Demon Slayer?
I haven't, no.
Oh, I'm going as the main character. I have my
Oh,
Halloween
cool.
costume over here, the
Oh, that's
kimono
so
and stuff.
cool.
Yeah, you should watch
That's
Demon Slayer.
awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyways, let's begin.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
want to
so excited.
start with a question. So, who is Generic Stud? Is he a character? Is he you?
Who knows?
Who knows? Oh, it's a mystery.
I don't know. I think it's like a mix of both. I don't think anybody's the same like when they're in their video persona as they are just hanging out. I think it's kind of just a mix, like a mismatch of a hyper like energetic version of myself and then just like me normally. I think just like a yeah.
I was actually kind of scared because I thought you were going to be like this very high energy guy.
Oh no, it's very hard to sustain that. I tried streaming and it's just impossible to sustain that for like multiple hours. It's
Oh man, I've done some streams and by hour one I'm tired. Like I
yeah,
can't do
right.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because you just have to be entertaining, but like it's like a Monday at afternoon after school.
Yeah, definitely. It's so true.
Oh, wait, I watched the other day. You played Roblox on stream, right?
I did, yeah. I think I streamed. I think it was in like around February, March time. I streamed a couple of times, but like with Lego videos, there's not many things you can do on stream because I didn't just want to build on stream and like I wanted to like do stuff that was a bit more interactive. But there's so few things in the Lego community that are like that you can really do on stream, if that makes sense.
Yes. I mean, for me, streaming is more just like inside jokes, like creating inside jokes with like
Yeah.
a very core audience, like Angry Bird here over here.
Oh, I saw that. Was that on your community post?
Yeah, that was a community post.
I think
Oh
I
wait, you're
saw that,
subscribed.
yeah. I am.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I got post notifications. So I watch all the Monkie Kid videos. I love
I
it.
didn't know you were subscribed. Wow.
100%, man. Yeah, definitely.
Because I remember when I made the short, when I started posting clips, I made like, oh, Monkey Kid Set, and you're like, you commented like right away. And I was like,
Yeah.
wait, how do you watch that?
My subscription bar. I saw it. I was like, oh, that's a good video. I'll watch that.
Actually, I was watching your earlier videos, and I was so impressed with your transformation. You've evolved so like, because I watched the everyday challenge you did recently. We need to post that like 3 days ago, right? Like you build every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I watched your defining a childhood Hero Factory, and it's like day night.
Yeah.
Like watching that video made me like feel more calm about like, oh, he's probably like he's probably just in character. He's not over the top all the time.
Yeah. No,
like how did you?
I mean,
oh no, sorry, you go first.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I think it is definitely like I said, it's like a mix of both, but I don't want people to get the idea that I'm like a completely different person on camera because obviously I'm not, but I hope I'm not as similar as I am in videos because that would be a bit worrying. That's how people perceive me in real life.
Do you drink anything before recording?
I used to get like 4 tablespoons of sugar. Like, and this isn't even a joke. I would record, I get like 4 tablespoons of sugar and just get really revved up before recording. But
wow.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine being that high energy. Like just I feel tired for you after like watching the everyday video, like the challenge. I was like, how do you like did you record like every day, right? Like was that real or was that more like editing magic?
That was every day. So I think I started first, I did one every day starting from Monday, and then I literally would record from, I got home at like 3 p.m. from school. I'd record till like 7 p.m., have a little break to do homework and stuff, and then edit from like midnight to 2 a.m. and then go to sleep and then wake up and do it every day for the whole 5 days.
I really enjoyed the fork one. I thought that was really fun.
Oh, thank you.
And then the blind Captain America motorcycle. I don't know how you come up with videos like because in the Lego community there's a very much archetype type of video, and I feel something that very much I like about you is you come up with very creative ideas.
Thank you. I don't know. I mean, generally I have like an idea of like the next couple of videos I'm going to do. So I have a spreadsheet.
Okay.
And sometimes I just think it's a good idea to just literally sit down with a pad of paper And even if you don't have any video ideas, just try and just write down like literally anything, because you might come back to it in a couple of days and think, actually, that's quite a good video idea. I could do that. Because like this video, it was just going to be, I had the idea of building a set blindfolded, and then it kind of evolved into, well, I could do that as like a part of the video, as like the hook for the video, and then have different challenges in between. So like I have a small idea, and then I build upon it for the bigger video idea.
How long does it take you to edit? Because for me, right now I'm doing like long type of videos, and it's like the podcast takes me, a day just to go through it, edit clips, all that stuff. But for you, you record like what, like eight, 9 videos, like well, for me, like that would be like 8, 9 videos, and then you just cram them all together and you quick cut them, right? Or quick edit. So how long does it take you to make one video?
Yeah. Oh, that's a really good question. So I'll give an example now. So the video I'm currently doing, which I don't know if it'll be up by this time, so I'm not gonna like leak it. But
yeah, I know.
I think I had 20 gigabytes of footage
Wow.
to edit, which was like, and I think I put it into the timeline, and it was like 4 hours of footage to edit down into a 6-minute video. And normally I try and do like at least a minute or 2 minutes every day when I edit. So I normally edit over the span of like 2 or 3 days. So I probably altogether would maybe edit for, say, like 5 hours a day, so maybe like 15 hours maybe, but that, I don't know, it's like a rough estimate because it very much varies on videos.
Wow. Because I saw a tweet last night that you were like up for 50 hours. Like how much maybe? About, was that true?
Yeah. That's for the video.
Yeah, that's for the video. Okay. Yeah. I do like how you tease stuff, because I remember you posted the Mario cosplay thingy, and I was like, what's the next video? Then I watched the commercial. I was like, oh. I also love how adult your humor is in a way, because you're like, oh, tax fraud, like let's get out of jail with like oh man. But what, like, how do you come up with that stuff? Is it just naturally, or did you evolve your comedic tone? Because like I've tried comedic stuff, and I'm not a funny guy, so I've stopped trying. But like, how do you evolve your comedic?
Come on, give yourself some credit, man. You're a funny guy. I've spoken to you. You're a nice guy. You're charismatic. You can carry it. I'm sure you can. Come on, man.
I have a nice laugh. That's the thing.
Yeah, you do. See, just you gotta like. Yeah.
But like, how did you evolve your comedic tone? Because like I was watching your first videos. It's like very sarcastic, like Chima, like what was the joke? It was like Chima is like furry with drugs or something like that. Like it's a metaphor for illegalizing marijuana. And now your videos are like, your humor is still there, but it's definitely evolved.
Yeah, I think it's a case of like I feel like it changes with the kind of content that I do. So some of the jokes, if I was like scripting stuff really heavily back then, it would be more easy to weave in jokes that I could kind of set up a couple of like minutes before. But with like these kind of videos, it's very much like reactionary jokes to things that are happening in the video. So I make like stuff that would happen. I might like say a quip or something about it. I don't think I'm particularly funny, to be honest. It's just kind of like...
Don't, you have to give yourself more yeah, you're really funny.
Oh, thank you very much.
I have a blast watching your videos, even though like, because of school. I don't know about you, but I've been dying with school recently, and I haven't been able to watch YouTube. But then when you said yes, I was like, I have to catch up with his videos. So I've been like binge watching your last like four videos, because it's like 4 weeks, right? You post 1 video a week.
Yeah.
Did you ever like think about posting like 2 videos a week, or is that just way too much?
I think it's a mix of like videos take a long time to make if I want to do them at like because I take a lot of pride in videos, and I want them to be as best as they can. So I feel like a week's a good time. But also like video ideas, like we were talking about earlier. I mean, you make great videos on really interesting topics. But like it's really hard to come up with video ideas that are like interesting, that you're gonna have fun with. So I feel like I'd rather do a video a week that I enjoy making and I'm proud of, than do 2 videos a week that like I may not enjoy one as much as the other, and then like you get burnt out and that kind of thing.
I think you have a point there, because I know, like I've seen a lot of like the daily Ninjago content creators that their videos at some point is just like you're dragging out the topic. It's like, just let it die. And for like when I started my channel, I was that. And I came to this point. I was like, dude, I'm not enjoying this. I am just gonna like, I will try to do a different type of content. But like now I want to go back into your childhood. So what defined you? Because I think everyone has like their thing, right? For me, it was like Beyblades and Ninjago.
Yeah.
But what defined you as a kid? Oh, and Ben 10, obviously.
Ben 10. Yes, so I love Ben 10. Yeah, 100%, dude. Ben 10, Ninjago, and Hero Factory. Just like the
those three. That's the triangle, right? The what's it called? The Triforce.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Ben 10 was massive. I loved Ben 10. I need to watch Omniverse.
You've never watched Omniverse?
I watched up to the was Alien Force or Ultimate Alien. I watched up until that, and then I kind of fell off of Ben 10. But I need to get back into it.
I watched Omniverse earlier this year, and it's actually really like the writing isn't like it starts rough, but by the end it's really good.
Oh, cool. Might have to give it a watch then. Yeah, that's good.
Guys, I have like my Ben 10 toys here. So I watched, I looked over and I was like, oh, Ben 10.
Yeah. Do you have any of the Ben 10 Lego stuff then?
I had like Spider Monkey, and I had what's it called? Chromosome. That was like my favorite alien back then.
Yeah.
But he was underused.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a good show. I mean, I don't want to get into it now, but kids' cartoons now, man, some of them are just not great. I just feel bad because like we had such good stuff growing up.
Yeah, that's actually when I started. One of the reasons I was like so, I don't know if you saw, but I was like one of the biggest Monkie Kid haters when it was announced. Because I was like, I don't think this seems like Ninjago quality. Because Ninjago, I don't know if you've seen Ninjago recently, but like the first seasons of Ninjago, the writing is amazing, and that like the animation isn't there, but the writing just carries Ninjago forward so much. And that's why when I started watching Monkie Kid, I was like, okay, this is good. It's not amazing, but it can be amazing because it's very much limited to like the modern kids show format, the 11 minutes, hyper energy. And yeah, I mean, today's shows, like, I don't know if you've seen like the new Ben 10, like the new Ben 10, it's like 11 minutes, no storyline. It's just action. And it becomes jarring at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the reason they've changed to 10 minutes is so they can put the videos on YouTube. You get double ads, and then you can spread the ad revenue over multiple videos as well. So like from a business point of view, it makes sense. But like story-wise, I mean, I'm guessing you've seen season 11. Like that was their first attempt at it, and it was kind of all over the place. Ninjago have got their footing now, but 11-minute episodes. Not really sure if I'm on board yet.
I like it like in season 13, right? It felt like a long movie, but like definitely. Season 11 is, oh God, I really do hate season 11. Oh man. What other stuff outside of Lego are you interested in?
So Hero Factory, obviously that was a big thing. I just love Hero Factory. I think a lot of people are really big fans of Barnacle. So when I got into the Lego community, everyone was like, oh yeah, Hero Factory sucks. We love Barnacle. And I was like, what? Why does everybody hate Hero Factory all of a sudden? Like, I always just thought everybody loved it because it was so cool. But
you're probably going to hate me for this, but I don't own any Hero Factory sets.
No. I don't think I can find mine, to be honest. I don't know where they've gone.
Oh, really? I thought you you had them like in the box. They're like your sacred collection.
But I was like 12. I think I had a lot of the Brain Attack stuff, and then the 2.0 and costumes and stuff like that. But
costumes,
not costumes. I don't know, robots. I don't know.
I was like, did you like have like a Hero Factory costume?
That would be cool, actually. Yeah.
Oh
but,
man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool.
I'm just picturing it like, you know, like the modern Lego costumes with the Hero Factory head.
Oh, that'd be so cool, right?
I mean, I think I could make it actually. Because I'm a industrial design student, so I'm like, I like making stuff. I don't know if you saw like the water Nia video.
I did, yeah, with the
mold. The ice cube, this thing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So like that's the type of stuff I like doing. But it's very expensive, so I can't really make it. I am like in a dilemma because I want to buy a 3D printer, but I also want Ninjago City Gardens, and they cost the same. So it's like, oh,
or how
what
much is
should I
the
do?
filament? Is the filament expensive?
Well, that's the thing. The filament is really expensive, especially because I want to buy a resin 3D printer. Because resin printers, the detail is just on like it's next level than just like the regular filament 3D printers. But like the resin is like $50 for me, 50 quid for no, like 45 quid for you, right?
Oh wow, that's expensive.
Yeah, it is. And it's just like one color. It's not like just cheap resin that you can just mix up with other colors. It's like one color and that's it.
Damn.
And if you insert another color, it's probably not going to work.
Right. Oh, that's a really tough call, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
Actually, because I saw the City Gardens. The City Gardens is one of those sets that I want it, but I don't have space for it. But then I see it in other people's display, and I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. I need that.
It is. It's so cool. I love it, man. It's so sick.
Oh man. I wish you broke it. I'm not challenged.
The thing is, my parents got really pissed at me because I mean, have you seen the commercial? I did one where
the commercial. You broke the
my parents were so pissed at me for that. I got really badly told off because I destroyed it, and I had to spend like a day trying to fix it. So I don't know how many more videos I'm gonna be able to like do that as the forfeit, like breaking Ninjago Gardens, because it's getting increasingly more likely that I'm going to end up doing it at some point, and I really don't want to. Oh yeah.
Look, you could do this. You could fake out and just make like a micro scale and break the micro scale.
Definitely. All right, I'll learn Blender and I'll just like CGI it.
CGI it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm actually impressed like how different you are, like just off screen.
Oh, thank you.
You also you look way more childish, like because I thought you were how old are you? Because you're like 17, right?
16, yeah.
You're 16. Wow, you look older. I definitely thought you were 17. Because you have like in the videos you look way more like a kid, but now like talking to you right now, you have like more like manly frame.
Thank you. Big muscles.
Yeah, big muscle. Yeah. I always say this. I'm 19, but I look 12.
You're 19.
I'm 19. I'm 20 like in 4 months.
Happy birthday for 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months. Yeah, it's the other day I applied for a job. Well, it wasn't the other day. When I turned 18, I applied for a job and I got rejected because they thought I was 14. I was like, come back when you're 18. I was like, I am 18.
No,
actually, I also applied for a Lego. Like there used to only be one Lego store in my city, and I applied for there. But they rejected me because they had because it was like the peak of the pandemic. Yeah. So they were like, we can't afford more workers. And I was like, I might as well start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
It was weird because I don't know how about you, like when you started, but for me, I didn't know anything. Like I had my phone, I had iMovie, and that's it. Yeah. But like when you started, did you know editing? What was the process of learning how to edit? Did you know Photoshop? Because you've always used I've learned Photoshop recently, but you've always had this like in your videos. You had the silhouettes with the trace. Like talk about that. Like how do you? Because you're really good. You're a really good editor.
Thank you very much.
Like how do you develop that ability?
I think so. Before the generic stub, which I think I started in January of 2020, I had another channel, which I'm not going to name. But that was like a channel that I would just dump random videos on from when I think I started it when I was maybe, how old would I have been? I want to say 12 or something. I uploaded on that for a couple, like 4 years. It was basically, I play Minecraft with my friends on the PS4 and then figure out how to upload it to my PC and then literally just upload it using the YouTube video editor. And then I started learning Sony Vegas because I wanted to get into doing YouTube a bit more. And I just uploaded the most random videos. I never got any success. And then I thought I want to start off trying to do Lego. And then you can see in my early videos, I didn't know what I was doing with editing. I just copied just too good. Like his style of video, I was like, that's cool. I'm going to do that. And then I think imitating YouTubers that I like watching was a big thing that helped me trying to steal that.
Who would you say are your biggest influences?
People like Jay Schlatt, I like his editing style. Tommy In It, obviously, I like a lot of the Minecraft YouTubers I like because they have to appeal to a younger audience who have shorter attention spans. So that's like within the Lego community, it's very similar, like your target demographic. Scott the Woz. I don't know if you
Oh,
know
I
who Scott the Woz.
obviously. I mean, people
love
always
Scott the
compare
Woz.
you to Scott the Woz. I don't know if you
That's the
see, but people always compare you to Scott.
That's the best comparison ever because he's like my idol. I love Scott the Woz so much. He's so cool. But yeah,
That must feel really good.
it
Like,
is. I mean, like it's unbelievable. Yeah.
when I discovered your channel, because actually I don't know, like, guess what was the first video I saw from your channel? Can you guess? Look,
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I discovered your channel November last year.
Oh, Ninjago is Monkie Kid dead? Is that
It's my guess. That's the first video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually agree with you for the most part on that video.
It's definitely not. I mean, I've watched some of your videos now, and I see actually it's quite a big community because you have a lot of pretty big community like within your channel. You get a lot of the same commenters and stuff. So like clearly it's not a dead community. And I feel like in the YouTube space, you're definitely one of the biggest contributors to, I mean, from what I've seen, from Monkie Kid being relevant, I think.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't really use Twitter, but the only reason I am more active on Twitter now is because I noticed Monkie Kid producers and directors follow me on there. So it's like,
wow, that's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Actually, the reason I invited you is because originally I had planned the Monkie Kid showrunner to come on the channel this week, but he didn't cancel. He had a baby, so we had to reschedule. So I was like,
oh, rude of him to have a baby. Come on, man.
It was so sad because we were like, we were going to record last Sunday, and like this was planned for like weeks because the video was going to come out today because Monkie Kid season 2 comes out on Amazon Prime or Kids Plus today. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to record this ahead of schedule. We're going to have it ready. And he was like, Sunday morning, he DMs me being like, hey, I just had a baby. Can we reschedule this for another day? I was like, bro, no problem. Like,
no, come on my podcast with your baby. We're doing this.
Yeah.
So
what cool. about you? Because you've also like you've known and like you've grown exponentially in a very short time span, and you've also befriended a lot of big Lego YouTubers who we probably both grew up watching. So how does that feel?
That's nuts. I mean, I think I did a video. I think it was a talent show I did
with MNR.
Yeah. And that was nuts because I messaged. I didn't even message MNR. I messaged his friend Sans, who I'm good friends with, and to actually talk to MNR, like my heart was going so fast because it's like I've watched this guy. This is nuts. And now like he replies to me on Twitter. We follow each other. It's so cool. Just Too Good was the big one though. I went on his podcast and sweetest guy, and it's so cool to meet these people who like you put up on a massive pedestal, and they're just like it's so cool to see these. Oh, it's just nuts that they like know. I know this is weird, but they know who I am and they've seen some of my videos. I think that is just like the cherry on top.
I mean, I love that Just Too Good cameoed in the commercial video.
Yeah. It was so funny. He sent me over like a 20-minute long video of him reacting to it, and I cut out some of the bits, but he was so brutal about my ad. He was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I can't believe he would do this. This is so bad. And it was just so funny. Yeah.
I love that how you cut over and just voiced over his opinions. Gosh, what am I gonna say? But yeah, like actually, I didn't want to talk about this. Were you ever scared about your growth, or how do you embrace? Because for me, I've had a couple of videos do good, but it's like you go to sleep, you wake up, and you have 50 subscribers, right? For me, that was wow. I was like, this is kind of scary because it's you're being exposed to a lot of people who you may not know or may not know you, or just they have this one idea from you of you for one video, but you grow 1,000 subs a week, 2,000 subs a week. How do you react? How do you feel? Are you comfortable with that? Especially you, because you are the video. You're not like your topics are in the video. You are like that's how I see you. You are the video. Like people go to your channel to see you. So how do you feel about that?
It was a really weird thing because I remember it never really affected me because I was just making videos, and then I opened my Discord server, and I remember one day I think I mentioned my Discord in a video, And then I think we had something like 500 members join in like the next couple of hours. And I remember it was then I just realized all of a sudden just like how many people watched my videos, if that makes sense. Obviously I saw the numbers, but it was like you begin to actually quantify that amount of people. It was just so overwhelming to me. Yeah, it can kind of just be like really overwhelming. Generally though, now I'm at the point where obviously I see people's comments and stuff, but when I think about, I can't think about 77,000 people. I just think of that number. I can't like think of like if I was to stand and do a video in front of 77,000 people in a stadium, I couldn't do it, but I could do it on YouTube because I don't see anyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, completely sense. Wow. 77,000 people. That's, I mean, I can't even picture 2,000 people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like, wow.
So, very scary.
It's bigger than the stadium in my city is 50,000 people. So that it's bigger than that. Wow.
It is insane. That's why I don't think about it too much, because I think about it and then my heart starts to go. I'm like, oh my god, I've got such an influence. It's very scary very quickly.
Do you still like read comments or like in reply, or do you just like loosely read them?
Yeah, I mean, occasionally I'll reply to comments and that kind of thing, and I do read comments, but replying to them is kind of like, I don't like to do it all that much, because you reply to people and then other people are like, oh, can you pin me? Can you heart my comment? That kind of thing. And it's just like, people can be a bit annoying in comments. And also I like the idea that people are interacting with each other, not because I'm there. Like they're not going to reply to somebody else's comment because I've replied to it. They just want to talk to that person and make their own connections with other people. I think that's quite a nice idea.
Yeah, I remember, you know, one of the, like, I have very few videos that do really good, but I was once, I just ignored it. Like this, it was like, it was a Batman video. When the first Batman trailer came out, I made a video being like, oh, will we get sets? And then, you know, that video did good. But I just didn't like read the comments. And then one day I was going through the comments and I found this thread of 60 replies, and it's just people fighting and going, and I was like, okay. How did I not notice this? Do you see stuff like that, people fighting your comment section? Or
yeah,
really?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, definitely. And that's part of the reason I don't like replying to stuff, because I don't want to weigh in on that kind of thing.
Do you have any like memorable stories of fights in your comment section?
I mean, a lot of them are to do with Lloyd, because I mean, people don't get like, this is the thing, I don't care about Lloyd. I don't hate him. It's just, I just think it's funny, but people get so worked up about it. And I get people like, I hate you, I know what, I'm gonna kill you, you don't like Lloyd. Then you get these like 40 reply threads where people are like debating whether or not Lloyd's a good character. And it's so funny to me that me saying like one thing in a video about like how much I hate this character, people just go off. It's so funny.
I love when you make the Lloyd is trash jokes or like Lloyd is dead jokes, and people take it seriously. And that's something I've noticed with Ninjago fans specifically, that they do, and I think it's a good and a bad thing. Like they take Ninjago so seriously. And I think you can see like, oh, well, these people have actually developed a certain like relationship to these characters, but they also, they can't take themselves too seriously. Like it's just a joke, right? At the end of the day, you're trying to make someone laugh. You're trying to entertain. You're not trying to be like, oh, Lloyd's the worst character ever created. I mean,
that's the thing. It's not a really serious TV program. It's like, at the end of the day, I love Ninjago more than literally anybody else. I have all the sets and I love it, and I'm not scared of it. But like, it's a kid's show at the end of the day. It's not a show that's meant to be like taken really seriously. Like the lore is in depth, but it like, compared to some other shows, it's not like a really serious, hard-hitting program. It's meant to be, it pokes fun at itself quite a lot. And that's what I really love about it. And I think some people probably do take it a bit seriously. Like, you know, the Lloyd thing, for example. Same with the Dareth thing. People have sent me some very weird, slightly worrying, not illegal, but inappropriate things to do with Dareth as well, because they don't really get the cutoff point between where I'm just like poking fun and then where I'm actually being serious, which is quite concerning sometimes.
Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, you mentioned something that made me have a flashback. I made a video last year called like I hate like fixing the Overlord Dragon thingy, and it's a video. I was just like, it's one of those times that I look back on. I'm like, I should have not made that video, because I was taking myself too I was taking Ninjago like serious, and like I was like, oh, I hate the Overlord Dragon set, and I was like, why I hate the Overlord Dragon set, and I got like so many like hate replies and stuff. But I got this one guy that he was just spamming the comments being like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, you should die. And then I replied, cool, and he was like, and I just had to ban him. But when you said, that death threat thingy, I was like, wait, does it really happen to you that often? Like, do you really get like people like saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna find you?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's just kids. It's just like little kids that comment. I'm not gonna take it seriously. Like, it's not something that scares me or anything. It's probably just kids going like, oh, I hope you die, I hate you. Like, it's they don't mean anything by it. They just do it. Like,
actually, something I found funny from that user who sent me a death threat was that he also had a YouTube channel, and all his videos was it was him with Godzilla and King Kong figure smashing each other. That he had like 10 videos of, and it was just him. Like, it was like 10 minutes of him just smashing these two toys together. I'm so glad I didn't have a YouTube channel when I was a kid, because I would have posted some weird stuff. I don't know about you, but I used to like record like on my iPod, like on my 2040 camera. Like I used to make like Brickfilms, but they weren't like really good stop motion. I would just put all these figures in like the Destiny's Bounty and just record around it. That's the story.
Yeah, that's so fun to do as a kid, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's fun to do it like by itself, but then uploading it to YouTube and getting everybody else to see it is a completely different ball game. I think it's a bit quite scary. I think especially for a lot of younger kids now. Copper is, I both hate it and I love it, because younger kids now don't have to be exposed to like people being mean in the comments, because they get their comments turned off, which is great. Because I can't imagine like uploading some of my, just like playing with my toys. Like some kids do that, they just upload videos themselves playing and they get so much backlash from it. It's really sad.
I also think it's kind of sad that people who actually like criticize kids for playing with the toys.
Right, yeah.
I think that's more sad than the kids actually posting.
Exactly. And that's the thing that it's important to remember with hate comments. Is like, I feel like the bad comments would stick out a lot more than the nice comments. Like you might have one horrible comment that you'll remember because it gets to you, and then 100 other ones that people have been really nice and supportive. So like that guy that you were saying that was commenting on your videos, it's obviously just a kid who's like just like playing with his toys. But then like it's really interesting to me to think like, how would that person feel if somebody commented that on their videos? Because like if somebody commented that on that kid's like King Kong video, that'll probably really upset them. And that's like, I don't know, it's interesting to me to kind of see how people interact online when they're young.
Actually, you reminded me of a story I had in England. Do you have like school? Is it like high school, middle school, or how does that go?
So you have primary school, which you leave when I think you're 10 or 11. And then you have secondary school or high school, which you leave when you're 18.
So it's like 6 and 6 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was in secondary school for you, cool. Like it was the 7th grade for me. I had there was this kid who was he had like some type of weird disorder. He walked very strangely. He talked in a very strange manner. And some kids, bullying him, they were like, "Oh, you should start a YouTube channel." And he did. And he like started a YouTube channel. He would wear like a Mario hat, and he would just make videos. Like he would copy other big content creators. And then one day, some like commentary channel started making fun of him. But it was like a huge commentary channel, and it became like this. For us, this guy had 50 subs. Like it was all his classmates. And his little brother was also involved in that video. And you had like this pretty big content creator just like criticizing him, calling his little brother names.
Oh
yeah,
that's gross. That's disgusting. I hate stuff like that.
And then the family members, the parents had to like delete everything. It's kind of sad because I actually enjoyed his content. It was very naive, but it was fun in a way.
Yeah, I mean, you got to learn somehow. Like we've all, when we first started, uploaded some videos that we probably wish hadn't been uploaded to the internet, and you've got to go through that phase. But like for a kid on the internet, that's so traumatizing to upload something and then not just your friends at school make fun of you for it, but like I presumably tens of thousands of people from that bigger creator.
More.
That's so scary.
I think the guy had like 30,000 or 300,000.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, and he was also from like another country. So it was rough. But yeah, you kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah. So what about you? Did you have any like channels before you did?
No, never. Well, the channel just, I actually originally, because I don't really watch videos. I'm more of a, because I do like a lot of like handcrafts and stuff.
Yeah.
So because of my career and all that stuff. So I like just sitting down and listening to stuff. And so I'm very much into podcasts. And last year I was like, oh, I should start a podcast. And that's why the name My Break Opinions. And where I would go over the news and stuff. But then I had like I recorded like 2 episodes, and I don't know, I didn't like doing it. And so I just one day I was like, oh, let's talk about Ninjago, because that was around the time I got back into Ninjago.
Yeah. And so
I was like, oh, let's make a video talking about what I want to see in 2020 or in 2021. And that's how I started the channel. And then that video did really good. It did like for like a channel with 2 subs, it did like 300,000 no, not 300,000, 3,000 views. And so that's awesome. Yeah, that kind of gets you motivated.
Yeah, definitely.
But then you hit like this, like a rough patch where like you get like 2 views a day. And that, I think that's what defines people, like good content creators from okay. Like if you can push through rough patches, and find ways to innovate, I think that's why I really admire you. Because I don't know if you've gone through rough patches, but you always find, of what I've seen of you is you always find ways to innovate and not keep making the same things. Because I was watching videos from last year. You made like the series of like Lego Chima in 2020 and Nexo Nights in 2020. Yeah. But then you made like the Mario videos, like how many coins can I get in Mario? And then you've come to like the hyperactive generic stud, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of YouTube, and it sounds so like obvious, like when you say it out loud, but like if a video does well, just try and do that video again, if that makes sense. Like, so I like the 2020 video, I out of nowhere decided to do a Chima video, and that video did like 20,000 views, which at the time was like ridiculous for me. I was so happy with that. So I thought I'll continue this. And then slowly, obviously, as these things do, it kind of, petered off a bit. And then I thought, oh, I'll try Mario. So that video did really well. So I did a second one of them. And then I had a bit of a break. And then I came back into it and I was like, I'm really into Ninjago. So I'm going to try a Ninjago video. And if it does well, then I'll start making Ninjago content. And that video did better than all of my other videos before that. I think now it's at like a couple of 100,000 views. And I was like, oh, I'll just start making Ninjago content. And I feel like progressively over time, you look at different specific videos and you can kind of pinpoint like a video does well. So then your content diverts to that kind of style. And yeah, it's always just trying to move forward with stuff. I don't want to stagnate. I don't want my growth to like really completely plateau. I want to try and elongate it as much as I can.
I think it's kind of hard for you now to stay stagnant, because I think you've reached this point where it's like people want to see you. I think it's just like, that's why I always bring up the comparison with Scott the Woz, because I don't care what the topic is in a Scott the Woz video. I'm there because I know I'm going to be entertained. It's the same thing with you. Like, I don't care what the topic is. I know I'm going to like it.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. That's a big part of it, is just trying to, I like to think that if I was to upload a random video about a random topic that had nothing to do with Lego, people would still click on it, if that makes sense. Like, I like the idea that people would, if I thought randomly I want to go and make Minecraft videos, people would come over and watch them. So that's kind of the idea. But the Scott the Woz comparison, that's so flattering. So thank you for that. That's very nice.
I think it's very I think it's very, like, how to say this? I think it's true. Like, you are I do think you've entered the Lego community and you became the Scott the Woz of the Lego community.
Thank you very much.
Because
that's very kind.
When you start a YouTube channel, you always, you don't know what to do. So you start looking at what like other people. Like for me, when I started the channel, I was like, oh, my favorite Lego YouTuber is Nickel Planet Ripple. So I'm like, I'm gonna start doing like retrospectives and commentary stuff. But then, once you find something like that, you kind of evolve from that. And I think you did it the best. You like Scott the Woz, you like all these like very hyperactive, entertaining content creators, but then you've evolved and now people want to come for you, not for the content.
That's very good. I think the same about you as well, to be honest. I have to say, I love hearing your opinions on stuff, and you really articulate your thoughts well in your videos. Monkie Kid, you've completely swayed my opinions on it.
Really?
I completely, yeah. I mean, it was, I think, I can't remember what video it was, but I think you were talking about just like the lore about the show, and I was like, this is really interesting. I might need to check the show out. Still haven't, admittedly, I still haven't watched it.
I actually told you, like, if you want to watch it, let's do it.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm down.
I was gonna tell you, like, if you want to watch it on stream, I'll join you.
Definitely. Maybe this would be the way I get back into Twitch.
Yes,
just watching Monkie Kid. Definitely.
Because I mean, I understand why Monkie Kid was so many people didn't get into Monkie Kid last year because it was so hard to watch. Like you could watch it on YouTube, or you could like go on like these weird pages, websites and stuff, or you could just pirate it all from like Australia, which is how most people did it. But now I feel I'm really happy Lego decided to bring over Monkie Kid to worldwide. Right, not just make it this like China exclusive thing. Yeah, because I think for me, Monkie Kid, it's opened the door of the Journey to the West novel, which I read it and I've come to like love the characters, and that's one of the reasons I love Monkie Kid more, because it's like, okay, Monkie Kid introduced me to like this book, and then I read this book and I love the characters, so now I love Monkie Kid more. And so a lot of people didn't know what Monkie Kid was, and it was hard for them to like it, because like you see all these characters that look cool, but like you don't have any association with them, contrary to that in China, because Monkie Kid right now is proving to be very successful in China because the kids over there, they know the characters. Yeah. So I was really interested in hearing your thoughts on Monkie Kid.
Yeah. I mean, so like when it first released, definitely China exclusive. The accessibility of the sets was just a big thing for me, because so like in the UK we have these things called Smith's Toy Superstores, which are basically like Toys R Us's. And they don't sell them in any of there. You can't get them on Amazon or anything, obviously. It's just Lego store. And as somebody that lives probably about 4 hours away from the nearest Lego store, it's pretty impossible for me to get these sets unless I order it online and pay shipping and whatnot. So my opinion on it initially was that I don't think this theme's going to do very well, because, I mean, sure, in Asia, as you said, it's done really well, but like in the Western world, it's really difficult to actually access them, especially for new fans. Like they're not going to know to go on the Lego website and order them necessarily, because like for me with Ninjago, I saw it in a supermarket and I would buy a set there because you just see it. But where would you see Monkie Kid if you weren't a diehard Lego fan? Oh yes, Kai Spinner. Yeah, dude.
Do you like what was the first Ninjago that you bought? Do you remember?
Oh, I think it was either a spinner, or I think maybe one Christmas I might have got the Fire Temple as like the first.
Nice. That's a great first set.
It's a very big set for my first set. I was very lucky, and then I got into the spinners, obviously, which I loved.
No, I was into Beyblade, so I got into spinners first.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like going back to Monkie Kid, sorry, I saw the spinner, I was like, oh, spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I see your point a ton, because I get comments like, oh, like I wish Monkie Kid was available in the US, and I was like, it is. Like you just go on Lego store and buy them. And I was like, and people were like, really? I never see them at Walmart or Target. I was like, I forget. I'm just like, I am so involved in the Lego community that some things that for me are like normal are like, it's completely unknown to other people. Yeah.
So like, how did you come to enjoy it more? Was it just watching the show, or?
No, Nickel Planet Ripple, a good friend of mine, I'm a pretty big fan of him. He made this video called Monkie Kid Mega Review. And so I watched that and I was like, because when the sets were first announced, I was like, oh, these look really cool. But then I saw the price point and I was like, I can't afford that. Like, I cannot afford that. Until this day, I can't afford them. Like, like this thing, like the Bone Demon, I got into debt.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it. But I still owe my mom like $20 for that. But then I saw that video and Nick like explained the Monkie Kid lore. And so after watching that video, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get one. Well, no, actually I said I'm gonna watch the show. Then after watching the show, I was like, I'm gonna get one. But then I got one set and I was like, because I got one of the cheaper sets, like the White Dragon Horse Bike.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this set is trash because it is really a bad set. But then I got one of the big sets and I was like, I understand the magic of this theme. Because Monkie Kid is not like, you should not buy the cheap sets. I don't think they're worth it. But like, and I was talking about this with, Penn last week. I got him on the pod. He was explaining to me that in China, Lego works very differently. Kids don't, or the Chinese market doesn't want to buy multiple sets. They want to buy one thing that everything comes included. And so with Monkie Kid, if you see like this, the bigger sets, you have all the main characters or all the main villains. And so you can just buy one set and then that's it. And so that's kind of Lego's direction with Monkey. That's why Monkie Kid is so different in terms of a Lego theme, because it's like you're not meant to buy every single set. You're not meant to buy like, oh, like look at my Monkie Kid collection. I bought the entire of Wave 1, and that's why I have 7 MKs, 14 Red Suns, and all these. It's like, no, like, oh, you like this set? Buy the set, and then you have like a lot of people criticize Monkie Kid for like having like the side builds, right? Like, oh, I want the panda shop, but I don't want the big Red Sun truck. But like with like Lego's design process with Monkie Kid, it's like, no, like you buy the truck, but you also get like this world with Monkie Kid.
That's so interesting. I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah, because like, with the Monkey Mech, it comes with like a Pigsy's Noodle Shop.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
And so it like you can just have the noodle shop displayed, but you can also have like the Monkey Mech, right?
That's so true. That's so interesting, because one of my criticisms in my video was like, okay, well, it's a bad, like, so like with Ninjago, you would have ninjas in different sets, right? So you buy all the sets, and I was like, this theme isn't going to sell well because you've got Monkey Kid and May in every set, and it's not going to sell. But that makes so much more sense now that you've explained it like that, because like if they've got, because I guess that's why the set's more expensive as well, because you're going to buy one set, so they need to get their money's worth out of you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
And I mean, the set scales, like, let me just get this bad boy. Like, these sets are massive. Like this thing.
Oh, wow.
It's huge. Like, it's bigger than my head. Like, I don't know where, like, the Monkey Mech is above me, but it's bigger than me too. And so, like, you definitely feel like your money is worth spent.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, like, if you were to buy a Monkey Kid set, what would you get?
Love the Monkey King mech. That's awesome. But space-wise, I don't think I have room for it. I don't really know. Oh, Pigsy's Noodle Truck. I was going to get that when it first came out. I remember, I think it was like an August release or something. I was there and I was about to buy it, and I just kind of chickened out at the last second. Oh, it looks so good. I
actually didn't want this at all, but my girlfriend gave it to me for my birthday. And this thing, like, this is a set that like when I built the set, I understood the magic of Monkey Kid, because like just like the play features, and then like the little details, like it has like a screen that over here, like you can just like turn over like a screen over there, and then
so cool.
The grill becomes a computer. It's like, whoa. Then this is like a storage unit with weapons in there. It's I don't know.
That's wicked.
It is such a cool set. And again, the minifigures, the value is there.
That's so cool. I don't know if you have already, but have you tried applying to LAN? Because you know so much about Monkey Kid, and you've sold me, the biggest Monkey Kid hater, on buying the sets. You'd be a great ambassador for the theme.
I've thought about it, but actually, is there any outside of Ninjago, is there like any other Lego theme you love? Like right now, like aside from like Hero Factory.
Oh, I'll look around.
Because I saw you had like Minecraft sets, right?
Yeah, I I really want to get into Minecraft because that looks like a magical theme. I love Minecraft, so yeah. But I mean, I've got like the new Batman Tumblr.
Oh yes,
love the Christian Bale trilogy. It's great. Star Wars, I buy quite a lot of Star Wars. I've got
oh really?
yeah, but I mean, I only really buy the prequel stuff. So
Oh yeah,
not
because
too
we
much.
both grew up with the Clone Wars. Makes sense.
Yeah, this is what I was saying about kids' cartoons. We had it so good, man. So good.
We had it so good. Oh,
Yeah.
I what was like your favorite Saturday? Like aside from Ben 10, like every Saturday. Wait, were there Saturday morning cartoons over there?
Yeah. on
What did you
Cartoon
watch?
Network. Oh, I loved Adventure Time and Regular Show.
Oh, regular show,
Amazing.
regular
So
show.
good.
I've been binge watching it on HBO Max. Such a
Oh,
good
cool.
show.
Yeah.
It's also so adult. I'm like I'm genuinely shocked how many things like flew over my head while watching regular
Yeah.
show.
I mean, I remember when I was younger, in America, they had Ninjago on Cartoon Network, but in the UK, they didn't. So in the UK, to watch it, you just had to pirate it on YouTube. That's the only way you could watch Ninjago.
Wait, Ninjago wasn't available in the UK at all.
No, for like, I think until the middle of season 2, you couldn't watch it anywhere. And then I remember randomly, I was just on Cartoon Network. I saw Ninjago, and it was the best day of my life because I could finally watch it on TV, and it was so cool.
Actually, for me, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually not American. I am Mexican. I live in Mexico.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So I for me it was Disney XD.
Oh, nice.
I watched it on Disney XD, but it was I've never watched it in Spanish. I've always watched it in English because for me I discovered Ninjago because I was at like I live in the north of Mexico, so like my city is very much Americanized, like and I also lived in States. So I always my family loves to drive to the States, and then we buy stuff over there. And so we were at Target and we saw like the pilot DVD, and so I bought the pilot, and that's how I got into Ninjago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and like the pilot, it's such a magical experience.
Yeah,
like I love the pilot because it just
good.
brings you into this world and it just leaves you wanting more.
Definitely. There's some, I mean, so for the video I've just recorded, a tiny bit of a spoiler, I had to watch the pilot and the first couple of seasons, and there is just something about it. It's probably nostalgia, but there's some like little glimmer of magic in them that you don't get anywhere else. It's just like, oh.
I will agree. I will 1000% agree. I'm also actually rewatching Ninjago from the beginning to end, but it's like every day I'm watching an episode for like a video that's coming out like March. Around my birthday it's gonna come out, but I'm watching like Ninjago. I'm in season 3, and there is something magical of the first seasons. I don't know if it's like the animation, but the writing is definitely makes it magical, but it's just the stories feel so fresh. Back then the stories just feel fresh. I remember when I was a kid, Lego sets right now, like we understand what Lego can do, but in 2012, Ninjago was the peak of Lego innovation. We didn't know we could get these type of molds. We didn't know we could get vehicles with, faces in them. I remember when I saw this thing, let me get it really quickly. This set, it's like,
oh yeah.
I was so in love with this set. It was like, nothing looks like this in the market right now. And so I definitely agree with you that like there is something extremely magical about Ninjago.
Yeah. I mean, like part of me, I'm really happy obviously Ninjago's continue because my favorite theme. But I sometimes think I would have loved to see if Ninjago wasn't here. They've tried to fill his place with a couple of things, but like what else would they have had to come up with to replace it, if that makes sense?
Well, for one, we knew Chima was going to be the replacement.
Yeah.
Actually,
it wasn't.
I had an idea about like a Chima season 4, but it's like because I had this idea, like I would have really liked to see Chima dinosaurs, like like in Ice Age that they we have like the mammals, but then underneath they have dinosaurs. I had this idea, like it would have been really awesome if like the plot twist was above like the Chima Island, they had dinosaurs. I thought that was, and like I would have liked to see like a T-Rex mech.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome. And then Spinosaurus motorcycle or something like that. And so that's a video I've been working on for a long while, but I think that's going to be the first video I'm going to be extremely happy with, because it's like it's all renders, it's all like 3D modeling stuff, but it's gonna take a while.
Awesome.
Like, I'm barely like I have 2 dinosaurs like head molds. I have the models done, but it's like I want them to have like 6 tribes. So I only have 2 models ready.
That's awesome.
But going back to your point, I've had this point, like, what if Ninjago ended, and like what if we got next? And I do think like Chima would have entered, then I do think Nexo Knights would have come out.
Yeah,
but I don't know actually. Now I'm thinking about it now.
I wonder, would they have continued Nexo Knights or Chima for even longer if they didn't have to compare it to Ninjago's success? Like, so
true.
Yeah, like, because you have Ninjago as the baseline, which is like ridiculous because it's like the longest running Lego theme nearly of all time. And then you've got Nexo Knights, which probably was just like a normal release. It probably did okay. But then like compared to Ninjago, it was just like, wasn't worth it.
No, actually, I think Nexo Knights did bomb, like the second year bomb, because I still see some Nexo Knight sets in. Like,
really?
I have seen Nexo Knights, like year 2 Nexo
really?
Knight sets. I have seen them in stores.
That's insane.
Which is it's rough because I recently, like this year, something happened at the beginning of the year. I don't know if you buy like stuff on Facebook, but Facebook Marketplace is the place to buy Lego, because it's so many people like just like getting rid of their Lego. And so I found this guy who recently got married. He was having a kid, so he was getting rid of all his Lego. He wasn't like giving it away. He was like selling it, but he wasn't selling it for a profit. So he had this massive Nexo Knights collection, and he sold everything to me, and I got it, and I got it for extremely cheap.
Nice.
Like the entire collection was like $300, and so I have all these Nexo Knight sets in my room, and I'm like, these sets are really cool. Yeah, I was like, they have, because what I like about Nexo Knights is like the character design. Every character feels like it's like a character, like especially the villains. Like you can identify, because with Ninjago you have like the Murray guards. Can you like name 3 Murray guards?
Yeah, that's true. That's very
true. With Nexo Knights, like every army member has a name, and you could like identify. And so I think that's what I really liked about Nexo Knights, and that's what I really want to see that in Ninjago again, because Ninjago did it with like season Skybound, right? Like there really wasn't an army, there was like a crew. And I really like, because you know, most of the times when you buy Ninjago sets, like you want to have all the ninja, but you don't really care about the villains. Like you just want to have like Calamar, and like some guards. But like with Skybound, I was like, I want to have all of Nauticon's crew.
Yeah, and definitely.
I really want to see that in Ninjago again, because I feel like I think, you know, for me, what drives Ninjago is the collectability of it. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to have all the 4 weapons. I wanted to have all the staffs, right? I wanted to have all the techno blades. And it came to this point where now Ninjago, like, I'm just going to buy 1 set, and I'm going to buy some minifigures from Bricklink. That's it. I mean, you do have all the sets, right? Like the Seabound sets?
Yeah, I mean, I'm only missing one, which is the dragon, Neo's dragon. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But that's just because I have all the minifigures already. So like that's exactly what you were saying. So there's not really
no reasons
for me to buy it. But yeah, you're completely right with the villains though, because like with Master of the Mountain, they could have had like different Geckos and Muntses, like because they were so varied in personality. It would have been so cool to get, but oh well, I guess.
Oh man, Ninjago. That's one of the things that I'm kind of bummed out on Ninjago, that it feels like every year we know what we're getting. It doesn't feel like, because Ninjago used to have these massive waves, and now it just feels like, oh, we're gonna get 6 sets in summer, 6 sets in the winter, and maybe like a spring wave. And I don't know. I still love Ninjago. Like Ninjago, when people for some reason think that Monkie Kid is my favorite theme, I'm like, no, Ninjago is like, I love Lego because of Ninjago.
Yeah.
Like if you look at my room, I don't know if you can see, but like I have an entire section. Like this side is entirely Ninjago. Like this side is well, actually this side is also entirely Ninjago. But like above me, it's more like Monkie Kid and Nexo Knight stuff. So like there is more Ninjago than anything.
Yeah.
In my room. You also like have like a giant like Ninjago display, right?
Yeah, I've got. I can't really see it. I'll try and tell my camera. So I've got Ninjago all there. and then here Ninjago as well, which goes all the way up. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that this isn't all of the Ninjago I have, because like if I go into my minifigure bins, I've got minifigures from like so many old sets that I don't know where they've gone. So I've got a lot more sets than this somewhere, but I don't know if you've probably heard about the like rumors and the leaks for the new stuff that's coming in January for Ninjago, which I think is pretty exciting with like the modular.
I actually really like them, yeah. Especially I'm really excited for the mech, the combiner mech.
That's gonna be cool.
So I thought you were gonna say something about the.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I thought you were gonna say something about the mechs or like the modulars.
Yeah, so I've tried to keep away from leaks at the moment because I don't want to get anything like really big spoiled. I quite like the idea of just seeing official images, but I'm really hoping there's going to be a Darth's Mojo Dojo type set, because one of them, the description was something like Ninja Training Dojo, so it's probably not going to be that, but something like that would be cool. And Borg's Tower is one that I'm like, really holding out hope for.
You made a video, right?
Yeah, I really want that set.
You should. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could make the Borg's Tower set, especially with like Bricklink and stuff. Wait, do you use Bricklink at all? Or
yeah, I love Bricklink. It's great.
I'm very much addicted to Bricklink. Right now I don't know if you saw, I'm doing like a Monkie Kid concept set like thing, and I'm working on a mech. I call it the Red Sun Inferno mech. It's very much early in development, but the idea is it's gonna be 2 mechs in one. So like you take this off, it's like another mech.
That is cool.
And so that's like the concept. And so as you can see, it's like very skeletal. So Bricklink is gonna save me on that one.
Bricklink's great. I'm happy Lego have adopted it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy they bought it. But actually, the other day I was buying stuff. I'm right now like semi-obsessed with Chima for some reason. Because I don't know what happened. Speaking last week's podcast, I was Penn. He's a huge Chima fan. Just how Penn spoke of Chima made me want to like look again at this at the sets.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, I really like the idea of Chima. I didn't like the execution, but I like the idea. I always like these sets, like the David versus Goliath, right? Like I had like you have these massive villain vehicles and the heroes just have weapons. And from as a kid, I always liked this idea of like, oh, how are the heroes going to defeat the big bads with their massive vehicles? That's why I kind of dislike Ninjago Legacy's overuse on the ninja vehicles.
Yeah,
because I love the villain vehicles from Ninjago. And kids are not getting that experience. They're just like, oh, car, but like, what is the car going to fight? Right?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of like the last time that we got a villain vehicle realistically was probably Unagami's dragon from Prime Empire. That was literally probably the last vehicle. I can't think of
catamaran. I think counts as a vehicle. The keepers. The keepers.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's fair. Yeah. But like Legacy, I agree with you. There's so many good opportunities for that. I wonder, maybe they just don't sell as well, but I think it would be cool to get some more villain vehicles.
I really want to see the skull truck, because I grew up with the skull truck, but we never like. I think I just imagined it like $100 set, this massive skull truck. Oh man, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. I mean, one of my pet peeves about Legacy is like the molds. Like, I wish they would have maybe just brought back some of the older molds, like just some of them. Like the skeletons, I don't think needed to be changed all that much because they were already pretty perfect. But that would be a great set to just have like some regular skeletons with the old face prints and that kind of thing. I think it'd be great.
If they make a skull truck, they have to have a Legacy Samukai.
Oh yeah,
because we don't have one. And the original Samukai had a defect, like a quality defect, where it broke pretty easily on the jaw. I actually have it right here.
I think mine broke actually when I was younger.
Like this thing here, right there. Like apparently, like it just broke right there.
Yeah.
And so I feel Lego could really just make a skull truck, insert a Samukai on there, and fix that defect.
Definitely. I mean, it'd be also cool to get a time traveling Garmadon in that set. Garmin when he goes back in time to try and meddle with things and he's turned into be a skeleton. That would be a cool detail.
Actually, I forgot about that. I was like, wait, what? I was like so confused. But that would be awesome. Yeah.
I'd love for them to do more like hidden secrets in sets like that. I think that would be really fun.
I wish Ninjago, because the thing about Ninjago right now is that like Ninjago gets new designers some like every 2 years or 3 years. And so like the designer rotation is always like changing. So like some designers want to do their own stuff and some designers aren't really familiar with Ninjago. And so I get why Lego doesn't really do that stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said, like it would be really cool if they did.
Yeah. I mean, like from a logistical standpoint, I don't think it would be too hard for like literally like some of the Ninjago the people that have worked on the theme for years to just like write down a list of different things that they could include in it and then just like literally just give that to them and they can have fun with it and do whatever they want, because like Gardens has so many secrets in it and like hidden details. Like that's so fun. I wish they would just do it in more sets because it's so exciting.
Oh man, I wish I want Lego to show Ninjago more respect, honestly.
Oh dude, yeah.
Okay, and just acknowledge Ninjago, because Ninjago has a massive adult audience now, you know, with kids that grew up. You know, you'll be an adult in a couple of years. You know, I'm technically an adult, like technically.
Yeah.
I don't feel like one, but like technically.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, is in England, what's the legal drinking age?
18.
Okay, so yes, same here. So like, yeah, technically I'm an adult.
Hell yeah.
Actually, it feels really weird to be an adult, like driving and like talking with people, because I don't know, just because of the pandemic I couldn't really live my 18s. And now I'm in my 19s and it's like I still feel 17.
I mean, there's plenty of time. You got years to do that stuff. And everyone's the same.
I mean, I kind of wish I was younger with the pandemic, so I just could enjoy my last teen years a bit better.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, what are your plans for the future? Like, how do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully at university. I don't know what I'm going to do at university. Probably something in science, geography. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were more of a film guy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I genuinely don't know. I might go into film because at the universities in the UK, I don't think you need any qualifications to do it. You can just you need like certain grades in anything, and then you can just go and do film. So I could just do that. But yeah, hopefully I'd love to still be doing YouTube. And I love the idea that I could finish university and then not have to go and search for a job, just literally start doing YouTube full time. That would be really fun. But yeah.
Yeah, I used to YouTube more as a backup, honestly. Like when I was like last year, I got out of high school and I was like, I'm about to go to college. And so I was just thinking like, I should probably use this time and like set up a backup plan. Because, my dream is Lego. Like, that's why I'm an industrial designer. I want to work at Lego as a designer. But maybe if that doesn't pan out, I have YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anyone better. Like with your industrial design, your knowledge of Lego, you're very passionate about it. I think you'd be great working at Lego.
Actually, I DM'd a Lego designer to come on the podcast, but secretly I want to have him on the podcast because I want him to help me out with my portfolio.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But hopefully he replies, because I've actually reached out to a couple of designers and they never replied.
Yeah, that's good. I think I'd love to see more people like from the community working with Lego a bit more, because it feels like there's a bit of a rift between the company and the people. So like someone like you would be amazing to work at Lego because you know the community, you know what people want. Yeah.
I feel the rift comes when like people who were leakers and now now they work for Lego, because people, they call them hypocrites, or like, oh man, you used to leak stuff and now you're like against leaks. I don't know. I've definitely like, I've definitely, how do I say this? Sorry, my English isn't that good. So
no, it's okay.
it's like, so there's some words I don't know how to say,
It's okay.
properly. But fuck. I actually just forgot what I was about to say.
That's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Actually, one of the reasons I really wanted to start a podcast is because I really wanted to improve my conversation skills.
You're fantastic.
Because no, I suck. Like in real life, I suck. Especially with like the what you call it, the masks.
Yeah.
Like in class, like when I go like physically to a class, it's like, can you repeat what you said? And I'm like,
yeah.
And that's very annoying. So yeah, like the channel for me has helped me become more comfortable.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Did you ever feel insecure about like your voice or like your look, like your looks?
I think everybody kind of has that, like where you're a bit like, there's a lot of people that kind of look at you and instantly they click on a video, judge you based on what you look like, whether or not they're going to stay watching, that kind of thing. But I mean, yeah, I'd say so. I think definitely, I completely agree with you. YouTube, confidence-wise, has helped me a ton to be less insecure about things, because you build up, like we were talking about earlier, the hate comments. You build up a thick skin about people being mean on YouTube, and then I feel like you get that in real life as well a tiny bit. When people might not be so nice, you kind of deflect it a bit more easily. I don't know.
Actually, yeah, you bring up a really good point. Since I started YouTube, I have learned to care less about what people have to say. Like really I'm thinking about it. Like, yeah, like I don't really care. Like even like if I get hate comments, I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. Like like actually you brought up a really good point in one of your videos I saw today, that you're like, hey, you're free to comment whatever you want, but just remember, I'm also free to have an opinion. Which I think I love the concept of free discussion and just people being able to exchange opinions.
Yeah.
But sometimes people forget that, like, oh, because they always bring up like, oh, I have an opinion, but like I'm also free to have an opinion.
Yeah. I feel like on the internet, people are so quick to be like, oh, freedom of speech, and it's like, yeah, but I can still delete your comment if I want to, because it's like, it's my YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, I can have whoever I want comment on my videos, if that makes sense. Like the point of being able to delete comments as a creator is that you can mold your own audience into the kind of place that you want it to be. So like, if I wouldn't want people being horrible in the comments, I'd delete their comments, if that makes sense. And it's not violating people's freedom of speech. It just means they can say it, but I can censor it so nobody else has to see it.
Wait, speaking of censorship, do you ever get people like shouting out their channels in your comment section?
Yeah, quite a lot actually. I get a lot of DMs as well, people saying, oh, can you shout me out in your videos, that kind of thing, which like I think we've all been there, like when we were younger doing videos. I certainly was when I was younger doing that kind of thing, but it's all a part of people growing up with the internet and trying to find their way in it. It's a process for everyone.
Yeah, true. Actually, I've always like the way I've always like seen YouTube is I see YouTube as this thing I want to build by myself. Like, yeah, that's why like early on in like my channel, I was like, I don't want to have people on. I want I don't want to like chase clout. I want to build like my big opinions. I want it to feel like something I accomplished. I like, yeah, you can have help from others, but like it's more rewarding. Like, oh, I reached my first 100 subs. It's not because I got a shout out from this guy. It's because I put in the work. I got this back.
100%, dude. I mean, like for me, this is going to sound so like such a horrible thing to say, but sometimes if a video does really, really, really well, and I'm not proud of that video, and I get loads of subs from it, it kind of annoys me, because I'm like, I don't think I've earned them. And that sounds so ungrateful, but I'm like, oh, I wish it had been like a video.
It's fair. It is 1000% fair, because you put yourself to this standard, and sometimes you don't meet the standard, and it's like it feels like, it just feels like you didn't earn it.
Yeah, it sucks, but that's why to me it's important that, like, because any video could do that, to try and make sure I'm proud of every video, because if it does happen, then I don't feel as bad about it, if that makes sense.
Actually, I don't know if this happens to you, but there's sometimes I put in like a lot of effort into a video and it tanks. I don't know if that's ever happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, I did a trying to think. I did a Minecraft video where I did the Ninjago mod in Minecraft. That video completely tanked, and I was really upset about it because I was really proud of that video. And the same thing happened. I spent like £100 buying sets for a video. And that video, interestingly enough, tanked so hard. Like it was 10 out of 10 on the leaderboard for the first month or two. And then out of nowhere, it just exploded up, and it's doing really well now. So I always think, like, if I'm gonna look at a video's performance, look at it a couple of months. So if I think a video's tanked, it might not always be like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, YouTube is very weird. That happened to me recently, that a video from like April out of nowhere had 100 views in an hour. I was like,
wow,
that's why.
Yeah.
What annoys me about that is that people think that video was recent. So they comment and they comment with today's knowledge, but not with yesterday's knowledge.
Yeah.
And that annoys me. Like there's a video because when I was still like figuring out my channel, I made like a DC videos, Marvel videos, Ninjago videos, and I made like a DC video talking about the Suicide Squad film, right? And like, oh, like should we get Lego sets? And that video, tanked it like 20 views in like 2 months, right? But then out of nowhere, it started like getting views, and people are like, "Oh man, like we didn't get sets, bro. Like, why are you making this video?" I'm like, look at the
yeah,
look at when this video was published.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's always interesting when you get look back at old videos and old opinions that you had about stuff before it happened. I think that's always really fun.
Okay, actually, I just realized we haven't really spoken about Lego. We've mainly spoken about channels and other stuff. So, what was your first Lego set?
It was the Fire Temple.
That was your first Lego set.
Well, actually, no, that was the first Ninjago set.
Oh,
first
Ninjago set. I was like, wow.
I think I might. Hold on, I'll try and find the set number here. But it was just a small Lego City set. I think it was like 2010. Yeah, it was just like a small Lego City set with a bike. Yeah, it was just like a small £10 Lego City set. I'll find it at some point. I'll send you it over. But yeah, I mean, it was just like the kind of thing you'd find in a gift shop. You just get it on a day out, that kind of thing. What about you?
Mine was I was a huge into Harry Potter, and it was like free in Dobby. It was like this $10 set that it came with Dobby, and I got Dobby, Malfoy, or Lucius Malfoy, and Harry. And actually, I rebuilt that a couple of days ago.
Oh, cool!
It's over there. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Do you still have do you know where the set is, or you have no idea where your first set is?
No, because I just downstairs I have just a big crate of just loose Lego pieces from when I was little, so it's just a mishmash of old sets and things that.
Oh, I actually have mine here.
Everyone's got the pile. There we are. Yeah.
Actually, my sister organized that, and because she's like an organized freak, and she spelled Legos.
Oh,
with an S.
And does all the hard work.
Oh man, yeah. Actually, I used to have it like all the pieces in there, but now I have like inside the box is like there's bags with every color coordinated bags, which is it's much easier for mocks.
Yeah, definitely. So how do you organize them? Do you have them in color or?
Yeah, just like color coordinated bags.
That's cool. Yeah.
All gray.
That's awesome. I love doing that. And some people have them like individual drawers where they have like
but
that's so like, come on, man.
I'm not that posh. Like how you guys would say, I'm not that posh.
Yeah, right. It's like you got too much time on your hands, man. If you got that going on, like, come on, go outside.
Yeah, I could not like have every single piece by color and like in a different box, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, these are the 4x4s, orange bricks, this box, and then here I have 4x4s, red bricks. I couldn't.
Oh, nuts.
Too much. Like that just would take up too much space.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, like, what was your transition from Lego City, or like what, like after Lego City? How did you fall in love with Lego? Like, what was the first set where you're like, actually, really love this? Or was it more of like you just realized it one day?
Yeah, I think definitely like the shows. So like Ninjago, obviously, in Hero Factory, the shows, that was a big component in me actually getting into the Lego, which is why it annoys me now that Ninjago isn't broadcast everywhere, etc. But it was definitely to do with the shows and playing Ninjago with my friends at school, that kind of thing. Like,
oh, you played spinners? Element.
Yeah.
I also play with spinners, and I told Penn last week. He was like, "Wait, what? People actually played spinners?" I was like, "Yeah, like I used to play like in recess with spinners." Did you like play in recess, or where do you play spinners?
I didn't know how to like what the game was. We just kind of would like
you just spin. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. I don't think any but the card game's so weird because I look at the cards.
I mean, I have them, but like it's like I remember there was a card that it said like sing the this one's like sing the weekend whip.
And it's that's like, cool.
But there were like other cards like close your eye and spin it or something like that. Or like there was a card that was you have to put like 2 cards and spin from behind the 2 cards. It was the card. Like I really wish we got a proper Ninjago card game like Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like just have this amazing art of the ninja, have them all have like an attack type, strategy behind it. Sell as $10 packs or $5 packs.
Because they do that every year, don't they? Where they have like those like crap ones that you would see in like a
magazines.
Store yeah, they're kind of rubbish. Like they're just like stickers, really. They don't have any value to them. But I agree. I would love to have like a big binder of them, like hollows. Oh, so cool.
Especially because the art, like the Ninjago art, is awesome. Like I love this card. The Lloyd ZX card.
That's sick. Yeah.
Wait, actually, I want to know this. What is your favorite Ninjago set of all time?
Oh, that's
like let's exclude the Gardens because the Gardens is the obvious choice.
Okay, so let's go over here. Let's see. So, Gardens obviously would be number 1 because I love that set. Temple of Air Jitsu.
Oh, yeah, great set. Great set.
The Bounty up there, which I can see.
Oh yeah, I have mine. Yeah, over here.
Love that set. I got that for £50.
Oh, really? I got it for I saw it for 40, but then it sold out, and so I ended up buying 85 for 85.
That's pretty good. That's a good price though.
Yeah, that is a good price.
Yeah.
So what set would you say is the best? Like
I think probably Temple of Air Jitsu, just because I remember like growing up seeing it in Toys R Us and just thinking I want that set so bad.
It's so sad because I was in my dark age when when the Temple of Rejections came out, and now I look at it, I'm like, I really want that set, but I can't afford it. I can't.
It's very expensive.
How much did you pay for like
£200?
£200? That's retail.
Yeah, which I was really like happy with. People were like, oh, you can't believe you spent so much. I was like, that's a steal.
That's retail.
Yeah. It's nuts.
What? No way.
I got it. It was used, but like,
okay.
But
it's
person
still like...
who packed it put all the parts in numbered bags, so it was like
it's new.
Like, it was immaculate condition. It was basically sealed. It's nuts.
No way! Wow, that's a steal of that would be the steal of my lifetime.
I know, right? It's great.
So cool. Actually, I recently got this. I love to show this off because this is one of the sets I always wanted as a kid. And now that I have it, I'm really happy with it. And things just fell off. But I recently got this bad boy.
Oh, wow.
For $30.
Damn, that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the Skulking Wave that just has this sort of like nostalgia to it. Because I remember the commercials and being like, I want those sets. Especially like the Fire Temple commercial.
Yeah,
with the sword, how he took out the sword and it opened up, and you had the dragon. It was like, oh, defeat evil Lord Garmadon.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when I used to be like, I can't. Why does it open up? That's not even in the show. And I watched it, and I was like, wait, it actually opens up.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't realize that.
I noticed that recently too.
It's like, but it's like for like a couple of frames, it opens up. It's the most, it's the main play feature of the set that seemed for like 2 seconds. It's so funny.
Oh man, I do love when Lego does like the Ninjago show does include the play features, because sometimes they just ignore them completely. Like in the case of Monkey Kid, they just ignore some sets. Like there are some sets in the Monkey Kid show that don't appear.
Are they really?
Yeah, like the main dragon jets doesn't appear in the show.
What?
Yeah, like well, I mean, it appears, but like they don't use it. Like it's in one frame in episode 2.
That sucks. That's really bad.
I know actually, like the reason why is because like they just didn't have like the creative team just didn't know where to put it. So there's like, we're gonna reference it, but like we didn't have well, I mean, I think it's a good and bad thing, because I like that the creative team it's not like, oh, we have to sell toys with the show. We actually want to make like the show this really cool story. But the other time, like when I watch Ninjago, I'm like, I want these sets.
Yeah.
Like watching like the thing about Lego shows is they're not commercials. They're not glorified commercials. But once you're watching them, you want the sets because you want to relive those moments from the toys. Like again, going something like back to like this set, right? Like as a kid, I always wanted like to have this set and like the main 4 Ninjago spinners, like these bad boys.
Oh, awesome.
And so that because in the show you have the tornado creation right in front of the Garmadon's evil fortress. So I always wanted to have a display with all the spinners, spinning and like about to form the tornado of creation.
Yeah.
It's, so cool. Stuff like that. What other sets would you say are like highlights of like your Lego your life as a collector? Like aside from the temples, because I think the temples are like the easy option.
I love the Samurai X mech from 2012 because I got that pretty recently. Yeah, because I remember I did a video a while back where I talked about my biggest regrets, like sets that I didn't get, and that was one of them, because as a kid, like Samurai X's mech, that was a steal because that is in the show so much for like seasons and seasons and seasons after it first shows up. So I finally got that, and it's just like the instructions and everything. It's so like the old box. It was so nice to go back.
Wait, was it new or was it used?
It was used, but like the box was immaculate. The instructions were immaculate, and it was just like,
I wish I could buy a 2012 like set, like sealed, just to open it up and relive. Because I remember, going on vacation to the United States and then coming, like buying all this Lego and coming back. And I remember vividly, it was December 2011 and we went to the States, and then the Ninjago 2012 sets were already in stores, because Lego used to do that. Like they used to have like the sets earlier.
Yeah. And
so I remember walking to Toys R Us and seeing all the 2012 Ninjago stuff.
Wow.
And I was like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And my parents, I already had like Christmas money because my parents knew we were going to the States. So like they just, like my grandma gave me money. I had all this money and I just spent it all in Ninjago. My parents didn't allow me to open them because, like how will you transport them back if they're built? Because it's easier to have them in boxes. So when I came back, I remember, arriving like Sunday night. My parents wanted to go to church, and I was like, I'm not going to church. I want to build my Ninjago sets. And I remember sitting in my floor. It was my old room. This is my new room, but it was like my old house. It was like this room is small, but my older room was smaller. So it was just like literally my bed, my TV, and like a small space for me to sit. And I remember sitting down, opening J Stormfighter and building that in the floor and being like, and just playing with the play feature. Like you closed it up and then you opened it. And then I remember next I did Kai's Fire Cycle.
Yeah.
And then I remember, actually I already had this one. I forgot. But then building the, what's it called? The Fang Pirate truck. Oof. Oh, man.
So much nostalgia, man.
So much nostalgia. And I really want to relive that experience, right?
Yeah.
I also loved how like they had like in the 2011 manuals, they had at the end, 2012, and it came with a snake. Do you remember that? Like it was like the eye of the snake, and it's like Ninjago 2012 or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
And I was like, what is this? And then once I saw like the snakes, I was like, oh, this is a teaser. And I was like, oh, this is like as a 12-year-old.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I was 9. I think I was 9.
Because I always remember like when season 2 came out, the Legacy of the Green Ninja. I think I was on Amazon when I was really young. I don't know why I was on Amazon by myself, but I googled Ninjago and I saw, Kai's fire mech. Like it was like the small mech.
Yeah. Of course I remember it. Come on.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, this is new. What's this? I've never seen this before. And there's something about the excitement of seeing a set that you had no idea was going to exist, because I didn't think Ninjago was going to continue. And like seeing that, the new box art and everything is so exciting.
The Golden Ninja?
So yeah.
The Golden Ninja.
Dude. That artwork was so magical. And there's something really sad that we don't get to see that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Ninjago box art, but I loved more having like like Kai and Lloyd, and then you had Lloyd again, but Golden Lloyd.
Yeah.
Actually, I wish we could get some sets with like zero like rumors. Just Lego shows up the sets, and everyone has no idea what they are, what the set names are, and we just get the set. Because I remember just walking into a store and looking at the 2012 sets. I had no idea these sets existed. I walked in and I was like, what are these?
Yeah. That's like the stuff of dreams. That's what I like this year with leaks and rumors. I'm trying to like keep as far away as possible, because I want to like just Jan 1st. I want to go into a toy store and just see what they've got. I think that would be so much more fun and exciting than like following the leaks and rumors and then going to buy the sets when you've already kind of lost excitement for them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that happened to me with the Seabound sets. Like they were like released so early in like for me, they were like they were revealed in May, but then they came out for you guys. They came out like in June, right?
Yeah.
And like for us, they came out till August, and so by August my hype was down. I was like, I don't really care about these sets. I'll just wait for them to go on sale. And I still don't own any Seabound sets because I just like the hype. And I talked about this with Ninja Whip, like Lego, because we understand why Lego has the release, right? Like Lego releases Ninjago in Europe earlier because Europe doesn't have, well, actually the correct term is Lego releases Ninjago late in America because of storage stuff, and like stores don't want to have extra storage. They want to clean out all the old things and coming with the new merchandise. But like Ninjago really should go on Netflix, and then premiere June 1st, 8 weeks. And by August 1st, the season is over. And so people that, people in Europe can buy the sets when the show is about to begin. And then people in America can buy the sets when the show has just ended. And so that way the hype is still there.
Definitely. Because like, I love the fact that this was one of the first seasons that I remember that the sets came out after the season premiered. Which is so much better, because like Prime Empire, I remember I was like, I don't really know anything about these sets, so I'm not sure why I'm going to get them, if that makes sense, because like I haven't seen the season, and for me, a massive part of getting the sets is if the show's good, I'll buy it. So that was exciting, but it is just like, it's a dream that I feel like I've had this dream so many times where I go into a Lego store and I just see sets that I've never seen before. And I just really want that so bad.
Yeah, that actually has happened to me too. Yeah. There's something magical about not knowing stuff and then just walking in and having the ability to get it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I am really excited that Monkie Kid stuff doesn't get leaked, because like, I don't know if you know how leaks are like made, but most of the times the way people acquire set names and like descriptions is different, but like set names is mostly because they work at retail stores. And so retail stores, they see, the booklets with the concept art or like the preliminary art. And other times they see the set names on like the, the QR, or not the QR, the barcode thingy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just see this, just straight up see the set names there. And so that's how most of this stuff gets leaked. But with Monkie Kid, because Monkie Kid isn't in retail stores, this doesn't happen.
Oh yeah.
And so I like, because I remember like with the 2021 Monkie Kid sets, they just randomly released like the set. Like I remember I was in class, I was in a wood shop, and randomly there were Monkie Kid set images I could look at, and that was awesome.
So cool.
Because
that's amazing.
I didn't know anything about the sets. I was just like, well, I mean, they were like they were like a set name leaks, but like I wasn't really sure if these were like real. But like once the set images were out, I was like, oh my god, these are wow. There's something magical just not knowing what you're gonna see, and then just I think it's good and bad, because like within the point you brought up with Ninjago, like if you see the season and you don't like it, you probably won't buy the set.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. But like I feel like Ninjago has more seasons that are really good than seasons that kind of fall off, because like I can only think of like not even 5 seasons that I didn't enjoy in Ninjago. Yeah, so we got season 7, that one of yours. We got season 11. Well,
I'd say Day of the Departed. I'd say those 3 things.
Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, the sets for Day of the Departed unfortunately were really good, but it is what it is.
Actually, the only set I hate from Day of the Departed is the Ultra Stealth Raider.
Really?
Yes, because the Ultrasonic Raider is one of these sets that I've always wanted, but I never got. And it just, in my mind, it is this, because I used to draw the Ultrasonic Raider in class. Because I remember when Toy Fair was a thing. Like not right now, Toy Fair is like dead because Lego doesn't show anything in Toy Fair. But like when Toy Fair was a thing, I remember just seeing images and I was like, what is this thing? It's like this like tread vehicle, but it also transforms. And I used to draw it. And then the Ultra Stealth Raider is more, it's less square and more like circular. And I don't know, I don't love the shape. I also don't like the Legacy one. I know you made a video on it, but the Legacy so Ultrasonic what's it called? Ultrasonic Raider.
Yeah.
I hated that one.
Same. It's so bad.
It is like, it's again going back to like the designer stuff. Like again, I don't want to dig into the designers, but like some designers of Ninjago, they just brought in to like design for this theme, but they don't know the connection some people have with the sets.
Yeah.
And I understand it. You're new to Lego. Maybe you're new to Lego. Maybe you've worked at Lego for so long. But like I know right now Ninjago has like very young designers. That's actually one of the reasons I reached out to one of them, because I saw he had like a very low follower count. And I was like, oh, he probably will see this message. And so I'm pretty sure like they're just bringing. They probably grew up with Bionicle. Because I know a lot of like Ninjago designers right now, they grew up with Bionicle. And so they probably don't understand Ninjago as well as, us. And so they're probably just, they see the original sets and like, oh, how can I improve this? Or how can I make this what I'm being asked of? Like in the case of the Ultrasonic Raider, like, how can I make this cheaper?
Yeah.
Because that's the price point the set was given, right? Oh, it should be a Ultrasonic Raider for, what's it, $70? $80?
Yeah. 75, I think.
So it's like I get why it's so bad, but it's like that set should have been great. That because when that came out, that was the Ninjago troop carrier. All that was the first Ninjago villain that all the ninjas could fit in. I don't know. It just has a very special place in my heart.
Oh, I agree. I remember I got it. Pythor as well.
Yeah, Pythor. Yeah,
so good. I mean, I think I got it for my birthday one year, and I was just like, it's so cool, man. Like I just loved all the ninja in it, all the golden weapons.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And Pythor.
It's just the best deal for a set. It was a no-brainer. Like I wish they would do more sets like that. I mean, I'm hoping with like the new mech wave, I think, is it Eva? I'm not too into it, but I think it might be really fun with big mechs. That would be like the Ultrasonic Raider mech form on steroids, hopefully.
I just hope they execute it properly. I heard it's from the same guy that did the Titan mech, Sane Titan mech.
Oh yes,
from Nick. And if it is, it's gonna be a great mech, because Nick he knows how to build mechs.
Oh, I'm so excited.
What he did with the Titan mech,
so good.
It is. I want to buy another one because I want a mod. Because I had this idea for like, because I don't know. Do you have Nexo sets?
I have a couple, yeah.
because what I liked about Nexo Knights is, you know, how they look like weapons and stuff, like some of the vehicles. And so I had this idea of like, I would have liked a Nexo Knight set that was like every vehicle transforms into a giant mech, you know, Power Rangers like. And so I really want to use that mech as like a frame and just Nexo Knights it. And so like make it like an Nexo Knights mech, right? Because that set is, that mech is so good. Like the knees, the posability, the weapons, the minifigures, legacy Zane, or possession, season 5 legacy Zane. Wait, what's your favorite Ninjago season? Like
season 4.
Season 4. Mine is 5, so it's like
anyone can remain.
Season 4 is where Ninjago lost me, honestly.
Really?
Yes, because I was in. That's when I got into high school, or like 7th grade. And I've made a ton of videos about this. I always mention it. I feel like it's always like a motif of mine. But like I got bullied, so for liking Ninjago, because I got bullied, and because, you know, I was kind of, maybe because I got bullied, I lost interest in the show, and so I stopped watching it. But I do remember seeing the sets and be like, sets are cool.
Yeah, that's good.
I only have, I have the Enter the Serpent temple, and I have this thing like in my, because I have like a every season display thingy. And so I have like in the Tournament of Elements display, I only have like the temple, and I have this, which is it's not even from the way, but it technically is from tournaments. But I do have Mr. Chen, obviously.
Oh, nice. It had a good legacy. It's had really good legacy set season 4 as well, to be fair. Like the Tournaments of Elements, and obviously the Jungle Raider, love that set, and the Boulder Blaster, great sets.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Boulder Blaster.
So many good sets.
I actually, fun fact, I haven't bought any Legacy 2021 Ninjago set.
Oh really?
I don't have any.
Oh,
yeah, because I've mainly, like, all the money I've made from like working and selling stuff and like you know, YouTube, which is minimal. But I've been buying every set I didn't buy when I was like in my teens. I've been buying it. So like over there, like, I don't know if you can see it, but I have my season 6 display, which is like nice. The lighthouse and like I bought that this year.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I actually want to make a video about this, but you made a video about this too, like similarly. So I didn't like want to make it similar, but it's like someone was selling a Ninjago collection, and I just bought it straight up. Oh no,
dude, go for it.
It's been way past. So I was like, nah.
Okay.
Actually, I always feel very awkward about, because, you know, eventually video ideas will collide, but I know a lot of people in the Ninjago community have big egos, and they take stuff very personal. And so, because I actually, like, up till now, I didn't know you. I didn't know how you talked, how you reacted. I just knew you from the videos. And you know, in the videos, you have a very like cynical and sarcastic humor. So I thought like, oh, probably he's like that in real life. And you know, I don't want to call out anyone, but I've met people in Ninjago who are like very like, oh man, like that video is very much similar to mine.
Yeah, I mean, my take on stuff like that is like, if somebody's going to put in that time and effort to make a video, like, even if it's slightly similar to somebody else's, like, props to them for making a video. Like, I don't think anybody can claim a video idea. It's just like, you just make videos. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, that's the thing. People do claim video ideas. And
I don't know why people do that though, because it's like, isn't the whole point of an idea that other people can have the same idea?
Yeah,
like you're not copywriting it. I don't get that. Like, people can make the same like concept of a video, but very different executions of it. And I think to like claim, oh, this is my video idea, you can't do this, it's just so weird. Like, I don't get that.
Well, again, it's going back to like the ego stuff. Like, there's people, they get to a certain point where like they have like followers, and they get full, like they're full of themselves. It's we won't say who, but but yeah, because I didn't know you how you were. Like, that's why I was really excited to have you on the pod, because you are so different from the videos. So it's like, I'm really happy.
Thank you. It's very nice to talk to you. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, hopefully we can become friends.
Yes,
after this.
100%.
Like,
watch Monkie Kid.
Yeah, watch Monkie Kid.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I'm a very shy guy. But once I feel confident around someone, I am a very talkative guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I feel like it's good to be a bit shy, not too like full on with things. It's a good balance, yeah.
Are you shy, or how do you interact with others?
I think in like real life, I'm a bit more shy, but like if somebody talks to me, I'm pretty confident to like hold a conversation, that kind of thing. I'm quite shy though, I'd say. But yeah.
Yeah, speaking with you right now, like you probably are like shyer in class. I could see you like a bit shyer.
I'm
like
a bookworm. I just study. That's all
really.
Yeah, I like school. I really like school actually. I always think it's funny because I'm like in a lot of my videos, I'm like, oh, I didn't do schoolwork for a week to make this video, that kind of thing. But it's like, obviously I did do schoolwork because like I quite like school and I don't want to fail school. So yeah.
Is there any class you like in specifically?
I like so I do A levels in the UK, and I do sociology, geography, and psychology. And I really like sociology, learning about the social sciences. I think it's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That you are very smart. Because I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I don't really know what they're talking about either, to be fair, when I'm in the class. So.
I'm a big fan of history. That's the one thing I love.
Cool.
Like as a kid, as a kid, I used to love the Assassin's Creed games because they were like history, but you're like playing through history. You could tell like, no, I'm not playing a violent game. I'm learning, Mom.
I'm learning.
I'm learning,
Mom. Get up the case.
Which I mean, I did learn. Like I do know stuff like, oh, I can name the French Revolution and stuff like that. But yeah, because with like industrial design, I do feel very smart when people start talking about products. Because being an industrial design student, I'm like, well, actually, development process is like the other day on the Monkie Kid server, people were like saying like, oh, why would someone buy $80 of Lego? Like Lego is so expensive. Who would buy $80 of Lego? And I was like, you do know, like, and I just this is gonna sound very nerdy, but I start like explaining them why Lego is expensive and like all the like the production costs. Like because Lego is actually like once you put the numbers, Lego is really cheap because Lego has it's the manufacturing like every Lego piece from every set is made in 6 different countries. Then they're all brought into one country. They're packaged together. They still have to still have to pay all the factory workers. They still have to pay all the deliveries. They still have to pay everyone. And it's all from like it's like making Lego sets is a logistical nightmare. Because a lot of like building brands, they have one factory, and like let's say Mega Blocks, they have one factory or maybe 2 factories in the States, and so they just transport the blocks from the States, and that's all. Lego has the Denmark factory, the Hungarian factory, the Czech Republic, the China factory, and the Mexico factory, and they make all these pieces in like for like let's say for this set, like the McLaren, right? The Speed Champions car I bought, like the McLaren set, just for one set, these all like 6, I think it's around here somewhere, but like for every letter, it says it's every letter symbolizes a country it's made in. Like there's a part where like, because my cousin used to work at the Lego factory, so I know.
Oh, awesome. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because I live, the Lego factory like in Mexico is 2 hours away from me.
Oh, cool.
So like it's somewhere around there, but here it is. Like it's like it tells you like every country and stuff. Or actually, I don't think it's this one, but it's around there somewhere. It tells you what countries are the pieces made from, and so they have to make the pieces, and then they have to bring them to one country or like multiple countries to just package them in one box and then distribute them to another location. And then in that location, they're going to distribute them around 5 countries, right? And it's like it's a logistical nightmare. I still don't understand how Lego doesn't make more mistakes.
Yeah,
because it's like it's so intricate and it's like it's so complex. And even I've studied this. I had to make an essay about this because like I love Lego, and we had to make an essay on like mass production. And I watched documentaries, and I made research about this, and I still don't understand how Lego is successful with this. Like, most importantly, how they're profitable. And it's like, wow. And that's also one of the reasons Lego minifigures get leaked. Actually, it's the Mexico factory, because there a lot of people steal stuff. Because the Mexico, like, I live in the second biggest city of Mexico, Monterrey. And the Monterrey factory is 2 hours away from Monterrey. So it's like very much in the north of Mexico, or Monterrey. And it's a very, I don't want to say poor, but you could say it's not as wealthy as the city. And I can understand why some people, would steal stuff to sell it, aside. And the thing is, they sell these figures for really cheap. Like, they don't like the Marvel CMFs. I don't know if you saw, but like they leaked like in quantities. Well, they all came from the Monterey factory.
Wow.
And like people were selling them for $7, right? If this was to happen in the States, that would have happened. People would be selling them on eBay for 20.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just people, trying to make a side profit. They're not like, you see my point.
Yeah. And then I feel like it's really easy for people to just be like, oh, like, I just need to stop leakers, just like stop leaks. But it's like as you mentioned, like, it's a logistical nightmare as it is, without trying to impose restrictions on leaks.
It's like, actually something that also happens in the Mexico factory is that when like they're like in lunch breaks, they produce like really weird bricks. I don't know if you've seen like the translucent figures that they sell like on Instagram. Well, those are prototypes made inside the factory, like illegally made in the factory, and illegally taken out of the factory.
Oh,
yes, I learned that recently, and they're super illegal. Like I really wanted them till someone that's involved with land told me like don't do it. Like if you want Lego to take take you seriously, don't do it. Which I also really admire that from you, because you don't do videos on leaks, which for a lot of people, leaks that's how people get noticed. When I started my channel, it was like, oh, you have to be the first guy making a news video about leaks, right? Like you're like like I remember once something leaked. I remember like accidentally I posted like 10 minutes of like 5 minutes of a black screen. And I edited the video so fast, like I didn't notice there was like at the end there was like 5 extra minutes. Yeah, and stuff like that, which I guess like I think it's okay for like young content creators, but that's something I do admire from you, because you never did that. You always found a way to make good content without relying on very cheap views.
Thank you. I mean, for me, I feel like from a view perspective and an analytical perspective, it makes so much more sense to do videos that are like, I call them evergreen videos, because nobody's going to watch a leak video a week after. Yes. Like it gets like stuck there. But if I uploaded a video, like some of my old videos that I uploaded like a year ago that maybe within the first month had 20,000 views, I look at them now, and as my channel grows, people watch those videos. So those videos now have 100, 200,000 views. But like, if I was to do leaks, my channel might grow because of the leaks, but then those other videos aren't getting legacy views, and then people aren't watching those videos, and then it's like your growth stagnates. It's not exponential, if that makes sense, because you get more views in recent times. People watch old videos, those videos get pushed, people subscribe because of them, then watch new videos. It's just like a complete cycle. So it just makes sense to do evergreen content.
Are you like an analytics guy?
I am. I love analytics.
I like looking at them, but when you're doing good, like when you're doing bad, you're like, oh, I can't look at this. There came a point where like I was doing so bad, I had to quit like looking at videos. Like I would just put out a video and not reply to comments, because I was just like, no, like I know this video's gonna bomb. I'm just not gonna look at it. I'm just gonna keep on grinding until something hits. That's kind of, there's a lot of reasons to start a podcast, but I really wanted to start a podcast because I knew, these videos are not going to lose relevance in a year.
Yeah.
the conversation is going to stay alive. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people who, have a story to tell about Ninjago spinners.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I feel like it's cheap views, but it's not a valuable view. It's like, it may be a view that counts, but it doesn't count towards anything. So it's just a waste of your time doing it, I think. But
I agree with you.
yeah.
Actually, something happened to a friend of mine, Deluxe Collectibles, and he mainly covered news. And I told him, like, dude, you just, I think you're burning yourself out because you are doing news. And news videos don't have, like you say, evergreen views. You're putting so much effort into a video, but in 6 months, this video isn't going to be relevant. But yeah.
I like Deluxe Collectibles as well. I watch him. I like that.
You watch Deluxe?
I like his channel.
Yeah. Really? I will tell you that because Deluxe is a big fan of you.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
Deluxe is a big fan of you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, my friend group is a big fan of you, and we have like this. I don't know if you've seen like my Monkey Gang videos, but like my tier list and stuff. But like it's like my friend group. We're just like well, it's mainly foreign people. Like one of them is like from Turkey, the other guy is from Bulgaria, and Deluxe is Canadian. And we just when we were like forming the group, one of them was like, we should invite Generic Stud. Like Generic Stud should be part of Monkey Gang. He is perfect for Monkey Gang. And I was like, no, he probably won't reply.
No. Could have been in.
I mean, you still can if you want to. I can add you. I can add you right now to the chat.
Oh yeah, dude. That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting because I feel like a lot of the bigger creators who are like big creators that are doing it for a living, I completely understand. Like, it's not sustainable to make a video a week because you have that probability for that video to flop and you won't make any money and you won't be able to eat. So like, I get leaks from that perspective, but like starting to grow a channel with leaks just isn't sustainable, I don't think, or news.
No. Especially because once you want to change that content, people who came for you with the leaks are gonna just like unsubscribe because they didn't subscribe for you for the leaks. They subscribe to your channel for the leaks, not for the retrospectives. I don't want to watch the retrospectives.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, I actually right now I'm losing a lot of subscribers for like people who subscribe when for like other reasons. Like every day I grow 4, but I lose 2. So it's very odd, but I like it because it shows that people who just don't want to be here, they're leaving.
It's better that I mean, because you'll eventually, that'll kind of like plateau and then you'll start to get just growth. So like your people that don't want to be here for that content won't click on it, will unsubscribe, and then it's just like you've almost starting fresh over again with just an audience that wants to see you.
Yeah, I think that's cooler. Just to have like I would rather have a low subscriber count with like respectable views, like, or not respectable views, but like a high percentage of your subscribers are watching your videos. Yeah. Instead of having like 200 views or 2,000 viewers or subscribers, but like 200 views, right? Mm. Like I would much rather have 100 subscribers with 200 views than 1,000 subscribers with 100 views.
Yeah, because you've got somewhere to go with that. I mean, if you have 2,000 subscribers, you're not getting views. It's like, it's hard to get out of that ditch, I suppose. But yeah, it's interesting.
How was your early days on YouTube? Like, because when I subscribed to your channel, you were at 170. No, not you were 1K 700 subscribers. But like earlier, how was your like?
Yeah, it was just like trying to replicate YouTubers that I liked, like Just Too Good, just trying to replicate that.
No, but like in terms of how did you feel? Like how?
Oh, okay. I mean, I just kind of tried to do it just because I enjoyed it, and then I kind of was like, things aren't going so well, so I'll try and mix it up. And it was just always for me, just trying to make fun videos that I would. Like videos that I would click on, that I would watch if somebody else made them, if that makes sense. That's always kind of been my idea.
Yeah, because that's happened to me. Because with like I think around March, I was making content that I wouldn't watch. So it's like right now I know that my content is getting less views, but at least I would watch it, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I really enjoy long format content that's just like you can just put in the background and enjoy, just like listening wise. Because I'd much rather have a cool conversation than to capture, like, have you like 2 minutes and then you just leave.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I think like the point I've come to is like with the clips, because I think the clips is like the right way of like, oh, it's just a segment of the podcast, but maybe it will bring you into the podcast. Right?
Yeah. Definitely. That's always a good way for clips, because like YouTube shorts, I've seen a lot of people do YouTube shorts, where they do YouTube shorts, then they get loads of subscribers off of YouTube shorts. But YouTube shorts, I'm pretty sure if you watch somebody's YouTube shorts over and over again, you still won't get recommended their channel on the main homepage. So they're not going to watch your main content. So it's a bit pointless. You just get dead subscribers, which is no different to doing like leaks or news, I think. But
well, what I'm doing with shorts is I'm just posting clips, but like, you know,
yeah, no, exactly. That's meant to pull people over.
Yeah.
I get you, but like when people post like entire videos that are just meant to be like entire concepts that are just that thing,
short,
I just feel like that's a bit of a waste. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. It's a great way of trying to get people.
Would you ever do shorts?
Probably not. I don't think I understand it well enough, and I don't think I'm brave enough to do it. I might do another channel for shorts, but probably not on my main channel.
Would you have you considered like a side channel and stuff?
I have got a side channel. It's called Generic Stuff.
You have a side channel? Let me look it up. I didn't know you had a side channel. I did not do my research.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it on your channel?
Yeah. I've got two. One of them I've only uploaded on once.
Okay, here it is, Generic Stud. I just finished watching the Legends of Chima 2020.
That's a classic. I remember making that video. I was so excited, and
I also love how at the end you had the disclaimer you added with it. This is just my opinion, which that's something I think I love that I developed that phrase, but I don't think it fits me. But hey, that's just my big opinion. Because I do love that phrase, but I don't think it fits my channel anymore.
I quite like that. That's cool. It's like a Matt Pat thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Matt. Yeah.
Game theory. Yeah.
I completely stole it from Matt Pat. Oh yeah, generic stuff. Oh, generic VODs too. Wow.
I needed one VOD. I streamed a lot, but I only uploaded one
VOD. Why I hate Lloyd. Oh, a video just played randomly, and so and I was hearing your voice. I was like, wait, why am I hearing his voice? Generic stuff and generic VODs. Wait, what's a VOD?
Video on demand. So it's like a Twitch stream. You just upload the whole stream.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Triggering Lego YouTubers. Actually, I'm interested about this. How did you develop your thumbnail making process? Because you have the best thumbnails in all of Lego YouTube. I've seen your thumbnails and I've taken stuff from your thumbnails.
And
so I think how did you develop yours?
The idea of a thumbnail is you got to tell a story with an image, which is quite difficult to do sometimes. So like I'll try have a look at my thumbnails on my phone to see a good example of this. So let's say, for example, I made my own Lego commercial. I've got myself in the water, man has fallen into a river in Lego City with the two iconic Lego advert people. So you see that and instantly you think, okay, there's a Lego advert with a guy in it. So what's that about? And it's basically, the idea is that without the title, people would still be able to look at the thumbnail and know what the video was. And I try not to use words in thumbnails as much as I can, unless it's like something that helps to add to the story. So like I put the day 3, so it shows that I've been there for a long time, but not by being implicit with the details, not trying to like explicitly say, hey, this video, I made my own Lego commercial. If that makes sense.
I will take that from you, because that's one of the things I've kind of wrestled with this. Like, should I just, because sometimes I feel people don't read the title, so they just see a thumbnail. And if it's just an image, they won't understand the video. But I do like your philosophy behind thumbnails.
Because if you look at people like Mr. Beast, who he knows the algorithm like better than anybody else. His thumbnails are literally, you just look at them and you know what it's about instantly.
I will take your advice on that. I'm really impressed because I've spoken in the podcast. I've spoken with people that are older than me and people who are younger than me, and the people that are younger than me impress me a ton of how smart and wise they are. Because I've spoken with Ninja Whip and you both of you are people who I thought were older, and you're both people you're both people I look up to. So I'm really impressed with how wise and smart you guys are.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for having me on the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you. And everybody subscribe to
My Brick Opinions.
Please.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, man. It's been
it's 2 hours. Wow.
So nice to talk to you.
I have not seen like the
we've been going at it.
Talking
so much. It's
actually
insane.
I wanted to keep this one under an hour and a half because the last podcast was almost 3 hours and it took like a day to export.
Oh wow.
So it's this is gonna be tough. But thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much, dude.
Hopefully
been so nice
we
to
can
talk to you.
talk more. So
yeah, definitely. Love that. That'd be great.
See ya, man.
See you, man. Bye.
Bye.